Hello everybody and welcome back to Odin's movie blog. I am the critic who is a cynic. Hope you're doing well, and today we're going to be talking about something that I really don't want to talk about because I'm just so sick and tired of Hollywood, and that is of course last night's Golden Globes, which according to CNN Entertainment writer Brian Lowry, Golden Globes put spotlight on winners, not politics, in Night of Surprises. Really? It just took me a few moments on Twitter last night as I was doing anything and everything else. In fact, I was doing lesson planning. I was doing schoolwork because I'd rather do work. I'd rather do pretty much anything else than watch your stupid, liberal, SJW, NPC, identity politics driven garbage that you call a show. And now you're trying to say, now the media is trying to cover for you saying, oh, but the show was great. Oh, there weren't politics in it. It was political free. And then, oh my God. Brian Lowry, why are you just blatantly lying? This man is blatantly lying to whoever is reading this, and they should retract this statement because I'm sorry, for you to try and say that it did not get political and that they don't put the spotlight on politics is just to be completely ignorant. Let me first off start off by saying the Golden Globes mean nothing. In fact, award shows in general don't mean anything, but when you look at when you take the Golden Globes in the span of every other award show, this one means the least. I always like to joke with people saying, yeah, it's kind of like, you know, whose line is anyway. The points really don't matter. The awards really do not matter. If you win a Golden Globe Award, I mean, good for you, I guess. I mean, if you've worked your ass off your entire career and you're finally being recognized and this is the first award that you get, hey, maybe then I'd say, hey, good job, you won an award. But this is the same group of people that nominated Johnny Depp's The Tourist for Best Comedy. This is the same group of idiots, of Hollywood foreign elitist critic stupid people. I'm sorry, I'm running out of words here without just cursing all over the place because that's just how much they tick me off. This stupid group of people who literally go out of their way to nominate movies and people who are big stars because that's who they want to hang out with. There is no bearing on quality. There's no bearing on who actually deserves it, especially when it comes to a lot of this stuff, when a lot of it is purely subjective, whose performance you like better, which is a whole other discussion altogether. But the whole process, the whole thing, the whole show is stupid. The only time the show has been even somewhat palatable is when Ricky Gervais hosted it, because Ricky Gervais would literally roast every person in that room. He would go after every single person, and it was hilarious. Because anytime someone attacks the liberal Hollywood elites and calls them out for their BS, that is my idea of a good time. But guess what? Whenever he doesn't host, what do you get? You get the same typical bored jokes. Now this time you had a bunch of race jokes because, oh my God, one of the hosts is Asian. Oh my God, it's history. But no, it didn't get political. Oh, the spotlight wasn't on politics, even though one of the hosts, and it was made over and over and over again. And I'm sorry, like, I'm all supportive of her. I think that she probably did a great job, in fact. And I'm not trying to say anything else other than, I'm sorry, you being Asian, just like me being white or anyone else being any other race, should have no bearing whatsoever about whether or not I am a good person or not. It is just a small piece of the puzzle that is my life. And when we, as a society, focus on these small little pieces and try and make them huge, it doesn't work. If you try to define your life by two small puzzle pieces, guess how small you are making yourself. Guess how little you are thinking of yourself. And yet that's what Hollywood wants you to do. That's what the college elites want you to do. Because guess what? That's how they keep control of you. That is how they control the narrative. That is how they get their way. The same people who will go and say, hashtag me too. Yeah, you go ahead and stand up for the times that you've been actually harassed, to people who have actually been attacked, who have actually been raped. Yeah, stand up, but don't worry, I've got your back. I'm wearing this pin. Look at me. I'm a black woman. I'm a white woman. I'm a woman. I'm a gay man. And look, I'm wearing this pin. But guess what? I'm going to go ahead and support a producer that abused women for years, and I knew about it. See, that's Hollywood. Hollywood is a bunch of hypocrites. And for anyone that is still watching this crap, and I know I have friends that watch this crap, please stop. Don't give them any ratings. The ratings are already plummeting as it is, but don't give them ratings. Don't give them the satisfaction, because it is no longer about celebrating movies. It is no longer about celebrating performances. And some people can say, oh, it hasn't been about that in a very long time, or it never was about that. But the facade, if there ever was a facade, is gone. This is a time where a bunch of rich, mostly white people are able to come together and try to preach to the entire nation that they think and hope will be watching, but guess what, they're not, about their stupid identity politics. Oh, but don't worry. No, Golden Globes put the spotlight on the winners, right? Yeah, after Time's Up, #MeToo, 2 years, awards shows heavy on political message, the Golden Globes veered towards more comfortable territory for Hollywood, namely patting itself on the back while relying on the winner's passion and not the host to carry a show that was alternately boring, shocking, sentimental, and just plain silly. MC Sandra Oh and Andy Samberg opened with a joke at the expense of the Oscars and its protracted search for a host after naming and parting with Kevin Hart, saying that one lucky audience member would be chosen the host of the show. Okay, that's kind of funny. Oh boy, here we go. Through the course of the evening, the honorees registered political points on a variety of scores. Wait a minute, wait a minute. They registered political points on a variety of scores. But you just said the Golden Globes put the spotlight on the winners, not politics. But then you just said that politics was a major part of it. Regina King discussing work parity for women. Oh wait, that's right. She is the idiot that came out and tried to say women don't get paid equally. I'm sorry, your stats are not there. Some people might not like me saying that, but guess what? The myth that women get paid 73% on the dollar is bullcrap. It is totally false. If you actually take men and women doing the same exact job with the same exact background and the same exact experience, there is essentially no difference. Now, does that mean that it never happens? No, of course it probably happens. Just like racism still happens. You're never going to completely get rid of it. But for you to try and act like, especially as a Hollywood elite, to saying, oh yeah, I want equal pay for equal women. Yeah, he's getting $10 million and I only got 5. We need equal pay. How about instead, Regina King, why don't you go off to one of those third world countries where they're barely surviving to eat? Why don't you go off? We talk about women's rights. Why don't you go to those foreign countries that are run by Muslims and Muslim extremist groups? Oh my God, I can't believe I said it. Oh my God, there's Muslim extremists. Oh my God, how dare I? How insensitive of me. How about instead you go over there where Sharia law is in place, where women are treated like dirt, where women are killed, where women are stoned in the street still to this day. If you're so brave going in front of your millionaire friends, why don't you go over there and show some real bravery? If not, then shut the hell up and go away. Oh my gosh, we need to get paid the same amount of money. Shut up. Shut up. You have no idea what you're talking about. You're using what should be a great moment celebrating an award to make up and talk about made up garbage. Oh, but no, the Golden Globes didn't get political. No, not at all. Oh, let's see. Mexican director Alfonso Cuarón, a dual winner for Roma, referring to the power of cinema to tear down walls. Oh my God! Really? Really, but it's not political. Oh yeah, but talking about Trump. Good God, I can only imagine what that speech is about. Or Christian Bale, a winner for playing Dick Cheney in Vice, taking a shot at Republican. Oh, not just taking a shot, thanking Satan. There was an actor who thanked Satan for his performance. Sure, it was a political message, but the fact that Satan got a recognition, got a thank you. Oh, but this isn't political. Oh, yeah, they may have been talking about Dick Cheney and Trump and the wall and equal rights and just complete BS. But it wasn't political. It was focused on the winners. Yeah, it was focused on the winners who were focused on political messaging, which is how it's been for a long time now, and it's the reason why I've continued to boycott this crap. It's the same reason why I'm not watching the Oscars this year, because guess what? I don't care who they get to host. At this point, if somehow they get Kevin Hart back, I still could not watch it because I love Kevin Hart, and I think he's going to be freaking hilarious. And I've been behind his back, and I think he should take the job because you know what? Damn it, he earned it. But I'm not going to watch it because I'm not going to give these stupid Hollywood elites who think of themselves, whose heads are so far up their asses that they think of themselves as being gods, as being the purveyors of truth and defenders of truth. Oh yes, we must be here to defend and stand up for the little people. If you care about people, if you care about anyone other than yourself, go somewhere else. Go somewhere where you saying that is actually a risk. There is no bravery here. For anyone that's saying, oh my God, it's so brave. Regina King, you're so brave to talk about equality. No, you're not. You are safe. You are protected by armed guards inside a hall filled with millionaires, eating some of the highest quality food in the world, but you're brave for speaking about something that isn't even real? Again, do your own fact checking on that. The 73 cents on the dollar is total crap. It's not real. The disparity of pay between men and women really isn't there. It is essentially non-existent. And I say essentially because, yes, are there certain situations where there are men who are sexist, who might hire somebody or not hire somebody for sexist reasons? Yes, it can happen. It can definitely happen. For someone to try and say it's a societal problem and it's this huge thing, no, it's not. It's actually not. And if you have proof, please show it to me. I'm waiting. But you can't. Because as long as you keep up bringing up that 73 cents on the dollar statistic, which has just been debunked completely several times over, you have nothing. Oh, but it didn't get political. No, I didn't get political. Brad Simpson accepting the FX assassination of Gianni Versace also cited the erection of walls and lingering presence of the homophobia reflected within the limited series, urging the arts community to let their voices be heard and resist. For the most part, though, the presentation's tone was celebratory, with O turning serious after a comedy bit that actually flattered nominees with the guise of roasting them, to savor the greater inclusion of this year's lineup of movies, including films headlined by people of color like Black Panther and Crazy Rich Asians. Witness this moment of change. Yes, but this was not political. This wasn't political. What was that you said, CNN writer? Again, you're lying to everybody, Brian Lowry, so you really should retract your statement. Golden Globes put spotlight on winners, not politics. And yet everything I've read so far has been a political point. Every single part of it. I am so glad I boycotted the show. I am so glad that I did not give any of these people the recognition that they deserved. I'm disappointed in myself for giving CNN even a click to this stupid nonsense. And hey, I'm happy Bohemian Rhapsody won. Bohemian Rhapsody, that was a surprise. And you know what? Glad that it won. But I am so sick and tired of this identity politics game. I am so sick and tired of Hollywood elites looking down upon the masses, preaching to them about equality, preaching to them about being brave, preaching to them about anything for that matter, while they sit on their high horses in their lofty towers, making their millions and millions, but wanting more because of, oh my God, equality, while they ignore true inequality, true racism, true sexism that exists all across this world. And even within this world, but oftentimes it's ignored because we can't talk about racism when it deals with certain things. No, they'd rather take shots at Donald Trump. They'd rather take shots at men and women all over the place who aren't them, who aren't as smart and intelligent as they are. Oh yeah, I'm brave. I took a risk. You know what that's doing to you? It's driving your ratings into the dirt. Now, of course, Deadline Hollywood's going to try and spin, say Golden Globe's final rating steady with 2018, despite the huge NFL game lead-in. I mean, it was okay. Yeah, forgetting the fact that overall it was down 2% in total audiences. Which, again, by the way, 2018 was like a record low for them as well. So they keep losing audiences. They're not getting viewers. And why do you think that's the case? Oh, it's because we're not inclusive enough. Really? You just spent an entire show celebrating inclusivity. Black Panther, Crazy Rich Asians. Oh my God. And guess what? No one cares and no one watched it because you are a bunch of idiots making crap up, not living in the real world. And people know that. People recognize it. And we're not taking your crap and your garbage anymore. I'm going to be labeled a racist and a sexist for this video. Probably Islamophobe too. Even though I talked about radical Islamist, which is a thing, by the way. But that doesn't matter because at the end of the day, all I care about is telling you the truth. All I care about is telling you what it is and how it is. And there might be so many shills right now. I bet the people over at Collider and every other place are talking about, oh my gosh, the Golden Globes are so inclusive, and that Regina King, she's so right. Oh my gosh. But that's because they don't live in the real world. They buy every liberal talking point that they've ever been given in their life. They can't think for themselves. And then as soon as someone tries to introduce something new to them, they immediately cry, racism, sexism, I am NPC, I do not have ability to think, I am not self-worthy, intelligent. But it's not politics. It's not politics. Daily Wire has this right. Dropped a full 11% in the coveted 18 to 49 demographic. This show is dying. This show is, and it's a good thing that it's dying. And hey, Hollywood Foreign Press, even though I've just totally bashed you already because you're just a worthless group of people who think of themselves being very important enough and somehow have the sense of importance in Hollywood, and you just invite whoever you want as long as they're important, because guess what? You get to take your pictures with them. Yeah, if you want your show to start doing better, in fact, if you want your show to continue and not have an end in sight, because at this point there's going to be an end, you might want to start doing something, and that's stop talking politics, get the political garbage out, and actually focus on the movies. Do what the CNN article claims that you did, and actually focus on the winners. And winners, just shut the hell up. Stop preaching to us, because the more you preach, the less we watch. And you're getting to the point now where you're about to piss off so many people that it's going to start to affect your box office numbers too, because you've gotten me to the point. Someone who has loved the theater, someone who loves movies. You have gotten me to the point where I want to boycott, or almost to the point where I want to boycott all of Hollywood and not see a movie ever again in my life. Knowing that these idiots and these morons are the ones that are running everything and preaching to people and actually convincing people that what they're saying is true, disgust me. And you should be ashamed of yourself. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I am sorry for the negativity of this entire video. This stuff just really gets under my skin because, as I said, I love movies. I am passionate about movies. I've loved movies since I was a kid. One of the greatest experiences that I ever have is going out to a theater and experiencing a world and falling into it. And these idiots, these troglodytes, these asshats are taking that joy away by bringing in their stupid identity politics driven liberal nonsense, for lack of a better, less appropriate term. But guys, what are your thoughts on this? Did you watch the Golden Globes? And if you did, please join me in never watching them ever again. Don't watch the Oscars. Don't watch any of these shows coming up. If you really care, if it's something that you're passionate about, go ahead and check the results. Guess what? Twitter's great for that, because then you don't have to give anyone clicks or anything like that. You can just look. You can just watch the stream as it comes in. But don't give them the ratings that they don't deserve, because all they're going to do, as they've shown, is use it as a platform to put forward incorrect information, total propaganda, and just downright ass-hattery stupidity. Thank you for watching. Hopefully we'll have something more positive to talk about in the near future. Have a great day, and as always, God bless.